So basically, I'm just going to speak for my whole entire school community. If you were in my class, which was graduate class of 2015, you understand my perspective. I'm a grown man, and I saw some stuff, and I should have snitched. I didn't want to cause drama on the school because I'm trying to go to college, and they don't want to be a distraction. You want to snitch on everyone, who tries to hurt you or tries to threaten you, you know what I mean? But you take the high road, you know what I mean? This comes from like a whole bunch of stuff, like Joe Paterno, all this stuff. Again, I said I didn't want to say this on here because I knew I was going to lose money, but I'm just going to say it. So when you play sports, what the NCAA will deny and what my school denies is that people did not want to hurt you physically or other outside people wanted to take advantage of you. And I'm just here to tell people that when you're an athlete, everybody wants to take advantage of you. In fact, it is really hard to see if people are being genuine when they say, hey, what's up? Shake your hand. So I have to do something different, guys. I'm so good at what I do naturally. I have to do this personality test. I know some people did it to the extreme in high school, but they were better at it, apparently. They did it extreme. Some girls went completely hoe for no reason, like said they were hoes or flunked their exams or dropped out and came back, or they were doing that all the time. So I was seeing like, whoa, crazy stuff, or but long story short, what I soon realized is that this is not a sport that's just football. It's like when Russ was like in the interview. I don't want to be like crying like he was, but he was like, I thought it was just I show up and it's just making music, and it's not. And so when I'm going to get into the nitty gritty so people in high school can hear me and my generation can hear me. There was my mentor said, I'll just say what my mentor said. This will be the introduction. And this is going to go against everything coaches say because they're in high school. But my coach said, prepare for your first real wave of racism from your own kind, meaning your own race. Like, be ready to get racist or be unloved by your own race. Now, what did that really mean for me? He told me this: I don't hate you, Isaiah, I love you. But I want you to know, when you start making a lot of that money, you're going to start seeing fake people. So again, to explain what he was saying is, you're going to have the leverage of telling people no by transferring, just like Tom Brady did. They're going to piss you off. They're going to say some really negative, nasty things about you. You're going to overcome it, but you're going to have to internalize that this was not fake. These people really did say these things to you. They really did do these things to you. And the crazy part about it is they thought they could get away with it. This means like sabotaging your career. Like basically, I'll give an example. Not saying Mark Zuckerberg's a bad person. People, I guess, may have checked him, by like, I'm using that whole like, we're going to get your signature. So in this, I found that people were trying to screw me over racist stuff. Not saying like the traditional screw you over in a contract. I'm talking about maliciously attack your business because you are a certain thing. Christian McCaffrey's an example, right? If he, I'll use this, and this is the genius code in me. I'll use Lucas Masterson as the example. Congratulations on your success, my friend, because you are an intelligent genius and you made it to the pro leagues. You deserved, I'll say it like this and I'll leave it like this. Every single, this is how I felt at Wittenberg. Every single, I know people, I'm going to give closure. I know people at Jackson State were yelling. I don't know them, but I know they were yelling at their parents when they were undefeated this season. And they wanted to go back in stores and they wanted to, quote, do something about it. I'm going to go there real quick. They wanted to do something. So the reality of what you guys have to understand, I know Tom Brady will be the first one to give closure to people in the NFL. If you went to the NFL, you were supposed to go to Alabama. You were that good. You actually heard the wrong information. Your entire life, the schools should write you an apology letter for not giving you a chance at Alabama because you are the best of the best. Getting in there, you are the best of the best. And the reason for it is they thought you were stupid. They thought you were slow. You were white. You were too big. You were too small for this position. Like all affirmations of one person when you were a child. It wasn't even today, but it was because of someone when you were like 4 or 5 or 10 that just kept talking the entire time. He kept saying the same nonsense over and over again. But if I go to the NFL, which I will have an opportunity to have that conversation with NFL players personally, right? Whether or not you want to do the high road of going in there anyway and listening to it again, because it just gets worse over time. The noises get louder. But I just say right here, like when you play football, And Jackson State's I'm protecting Jackson State, within my decision. But there are people that will wear sheep's clothing, and they will, just like Jordan Lucas, they'll get really close to you. They'll befriend you and all this stuff, get in the locker room with you, like Aaron Hernandez, just to try to hurt you, for real. Just like that Jordan Lucas video. And so when I'm in college, there's a couple things I don't understand, right? So I don't understand, not that I do a personality test, but it's like, I'm going to be cynical when I'm in the NFL, in the NCAA. Some people, like I said, I'm a kind-hearted person in the sense where I can walk away. But some people, all they have is football. So when you try to mess with their business, you're messing with my life. All I know is football. They're like, I don't even have a family left. Football is my family. And how dare you try to take that away from me? So that's kind of my attitude, but I do have a backup plan. And I was fortunate enough to go to the school I went to and get an education. But when you are in the NCAA, you have to be cynical. And when people tell you oh, don't do that, it makes you angrier. When you I'll give an example, off of testimony, hearing your friends, I'm gonna be nicer when I say this, hearing your friends be terrified out of their life and have to hear from people that their life doesn't matter. And then I had to walk away. I had to go home because I didn't understand that I wasn't supposed to stand up for myself in the NCAA. And if I walked away, I was right. If I stayed, I was wrong. Why? Because I wanted to do something about it. I wanted to snitch on black people in a ghetto community. I wanted to save people's lives as an athlete and protect and go over past curfew and fight somebody coming in. And I know my school sent up for me. I got criticized for that. I got criticized on day. I was called a dummy for doing it. This guy shooting around campus near our dorm. Can you come and help? And I told Tommy, I said, what are we supposed to do? Sit here and watch them? And he's like, the coach's orders was we're not allowed to go out or we get in trouble. And so I said, this is too much for me. And I know some people are psychologically, what that does to you. I had to come home to be right. So just know, I know I kind of went off tangent and I wasn't supposed to talk about this, but it's the NCAA, it has a lot of those, now I want to do something about it. A lot of those moments. I'll give you 3. Someone does something to your teammate and people are talking and you want to fight them for it. Someone tries to ruin your career and you want to do something about it. And it's not do something about it it's malicious, they're wrong. And you're I know you're wrong. And then when you finally make it, you literally want to go back to some of these environments and say, hey, coach, man, we're not friends anymore. Not saying my coaches. I'm talking about, there's certain people that, I had to hear you, be a really negative person, and now it's I have to fake a smile with you. In my school, I'm going to let people know how I'm successful. They said that's all business is, Arthur. Reshaking hands with people you don't like. They're going to smile, but they hate you on the inside. And they're just waiting for you to mess up again. Waiting until you have the same opportunity for them to say the same thing about you. So that's kind of what happened. But just long story short, I know you don't want to hear this, but this is for high school football players. It's not just football. You get attacked. I'll just leave it like this. You get attacked by everyone. You get taken advantage of by everyone. And I wasn't an easy target. I'll say it like that. I'm getting critiqued for it. Why is he trying to protect himself, coach? He's too cynical to play football. And I'm I'm not cynical enough to play football. And I yelled on top of my lungs, you're not going to sit up here and disrespect me, bro. And I want to make this very clear. Because I was using math to make these decisions, I ended up being right generational. I do not know how. I ended up continuously spreading through my community. But I think it's just with the Declaration of Independence. I'm just standing up for humanity. It's messed up. So I walked away, came home, because I didn't like hearing that from people. Oh, just get a firearm and just walk off campus, get a regular job. And I'm dude, man, what are you talking about? So hopefully this wasn't too real, but bigger high schools. You're so good at what you do on paper. It's an indication of class, and people are saying all these terrible things about you. You're from a really negative place. Oh, you're all thug and ghetto and all this stuff. You're trying to show people that you're a good student. You're trying to show them that, wait a second, this isn't as bad as you think it is. But that's because of outside people. People that are your own kind, that don't like you for you, don't love you for you. And I want people to know, in my city, there's maybe about 13% of black people here right now that love me for being black, but they don't appreciate it because I exposed their laziness. So I went to Wittenberg and I really found people who love me for being black for the first time. So I'm letting you know that I feel that you're being exposed to one community, which is the Wittenberg community, that will love you for working hard like you are and for standing up for your rights and protesting. Even though it's trippy, even though it's like, oh, the Colin Kaepernick guy, you're standing up for your right to make money. You're standing up for your right to provide for your community, to make money for your family. I don't know if this touched the community that needed to hear this, but this is an answer to whatever. How was Isaiah that good at being a manager? I don't know. But I went off of mathematics and I had to do it. It's almost like saying, hey guys, I'm gonna retire from the NCAA or for football because they went and they attacked this person in this business. You know, I knew that starting my own business, I'm gonna be right every time. That's all I can really say without being considered like a doctor, Reza, you know, whatever that guy's name was. I can't lie generationally to people and say that, you know, you're going to have a career if you don't pay attention to your body. Like, you have to listen to your body. You have to. You need pain. You need to take breaks. You need to have a family. You know what I mean? It's not just about money. So hopefully this touched the fan base or it answered people's questions on what exactly happened back then. And I think I said it the right way. Peace out. Thank you for listening.